kingdoms. We have the main kingdoms, being animal, plant, mineral, also nosodes, and then there are a few more kingdoms we're working on, like fungi, etc., imponderables. And then when we determine the kingdom, we can determine the subkingdoms. In animal kingdom, I already did this for a few kingdoms, and in the minerals we have the periodic table with these horizontal and vertical lines that is already divided by itself. And in plant kingdom there are about 85 big plant families with sub-families, and about half of them are covered in homeopathic terms. Nosodes, I made a distinction between miasm nosode cases and kingdom nosode cases, which are in fact monera cases. So animal subkingdoms, I determined a few of them, the main groups being mammals, birds, snakes, spiders, insects, and sea creatures. This is very general, but that's as far as we got so for the moment. There are more subdivisions to be made, but the main groups already are of great importance when analyzing a case, because the vital sensation is the experience of the patient of himself and hence the outside world. So if a person needs a remedy from the animal kingdom during your case taking, this will be the main topics or issues or words that you will hear. Like the basic issue is a survival issue in animal kingdom. So you hear that the patient is talking about somebody else or some other people being the problem. He is fighting with, he has problems with, he is dominated by, he feels inferior to. There is always a fight to be the best, to be the first, to be the strongest, and the person has the feeling that the others are doing something to him. So it's not, as in plant kingdom, what is the problem, it is who is the problem. And the patient will feel or attacked, or he's in a defense, or he will feel the victim of another one who is an aggressor, and he will always compare himself to the other. Who is the strongest? Who is winning? Who is losing? Who is dominating? Who is victim of who? And his complaints very often have to do with, in this struggle for survival, in this fight, who is at the advantage. For instance, if you have a problem with your physical appearance and you don't look nice or you don't look good, there might be a feeling, a deep sensation of being at the losing end in the competition for the survival of the fittest. The person doesn't have to use these words, but you have to understand that is what is going on. His fear will be a fear to be killed. Everybody wants to stay alive, also a plant or a mineral, but an animal consciousness, it will be a danger or a threat to be killed, to be murdered, to be slaughtered, to be exterminated, to be eaten, things like that. A mineral will talk about my existence or the existence. An animal will talk about kill or being killed, and his fears will revolve around the threat to being killed, to being attacked. The danger or the threat from somebody else doing something to you. So, and then you will have the other issues, more or less instinctive, about power, about sexuality, about territory and all that, in general. So the plant remedies, or the patients needing a plant remedy, will have a specific sensitivity. Everybody has a sensitivity towards something. But a plant will have a repetitive experience, which is in every situation the same. Every situation, every domain in his life, every period in his life, every anecdote he will tell, it will come down to the same sensitivity or experience. For instance, could be the feeling of the sensation of being injured, or the feeling of sensation of being fragile, of the feeling being stuck, etc. And they were always trying to get the opposite. And this has to come spontaneously in your case. If you have to ask for it, then your information is worth less. In general, plants are reacting to their environment. They are very reactive. They react before they think. They are already reacting, and afterwards they will think. So they will react to other people, of course, but also to landscapes, to nature in general, to plants, to animals, to humans. They react to everything and everybody always. So they have a lot of sensitivities, but for them it's normal. And they're always relating. So they can talk in length about, for instance, about their pets, about their animals, because they love animals. But it doesn't mean they need an animal. And they will have a lot of relationships, all kinds of relationships. That doesn't mean it's a mineral from the third row. Everybody has relationships, and a plant relates easily to his environment. In case taking, most of the time they will be very lively, so we might mistake them with animal remedies who have the name to be very attractive or attraction seeking, but the plant is alert and talkative and gives a lot of images and anecdotes and stories, and they will mostly talk a lot, relate also to the homeopath, and you have a very lively, in general, a very lively consultation. Most of the time a consultation where you feel lost because you have so many different things, different complaints, a lot of modalities, a lot of anecdotes, a lot of stories, and in the end you feel completely lost. Probably it's a plant.